Hey everyone, Chris Renshaw here, and a couple weeks ago, Asmodee North America announced that it was starting a book imprint called Aconite Publishing. Aconite? To be honest, with all the Cthulhu stuff they do, I'm kind of surprised it's not Acolyte Publishing. With this imprint, they're looking to take some of their properties, probably largely based around Fantasy Flight Games, and spin them off into various books, which Fantasy Flight Games has been doing for a while, actually. If you go look at their website, they've got novellas for a lot of their properties, such as Android, Legend of the Five Rings, Arkham Horror, etc. And a lot of them are really good. I've read a bunch of them. So it's not really that unreasonable for Asmodee and Fantasy Flight to be going into book publishing, because a lot of these properties have really a lot of lore and in-depth storytelling involved in their settings. And that's the segue I'm using to talk about the book today, which is the Android Shadow of the Beanstalk source book for the Genesys role-playing game. A+ segue job. In the world of Android, humanity has been able to get into space, such as colonizing the moon and Mars, by using a space elevator that they call the Beanstalk, which is this that links Earth to this asteroid and allows people to move back and forth quickly and easily. And this has led to all sorts of innovations and has allowed a whole bunch of new power players in the range of corporations such as Amazon. Not those kind of companies at all. Totally ambiguous companies that aren't based on any properties at all. Yeah. In this source book, they give you enough of the lore behind the Android setting to allow you to roleplay using the Genesys system in the world of Android. So if you're familiar enough with their Star Wars games and you've been wanting to play more of a cyberpunk game, but you're really scared to give Shadowrun a try, trust me, I understand where you're coming from, then you may want to take a look at this book. It uses the same dice system, the same mechanics as the Star Wars game because it's using the Genesys system, but it adds a few tweaks and bits that make the game different enough in its own. Primarily, what's really cool is they have running instructions in here. Running being the way that hackers hack into networks, kind of like what the Android Netrunner game's all about. But this book allows for rules that let you experience that in a role-playing atmosphere. I don't know how in-depth you may, if you're wanting more of a crunchier experience, they provide 2 sets of rules, which is really actually, I think, a benefit to me, because I feel like then you're appealing to 2 different kinds. There's kind of like an easy way if you're wanting a more narrative flow sort of hacking, and then there's a real in-depth hacking, net running mechanic that's if you're used to someone that's playing some of these more hardcore cyberpunk RPGs and want a lot more crunch in your games and more detail, the book doesn't skimp on it. And at the same time, it provides everything that you've come to love about Fantasy Flight Games and their RPGs. Great artwork, nice layout. It's easy to read. The story and the lore, as I mentioned, draws you in. Really awesome book. So like I said, if you're a cyberpunk fan at all, specifically if you're a fan of Android and Android Netrunner, then you're gonna want to give this RPG a try. It's a great book. We've played a couple of games of it. They've got some demo adventures out there that get you into the system. I like it, and so definitely can recommend this one. So go pick this up anywhere that you can find other FFG games, really. But what FFG properties would you like to see turn into an RPG? Me personally, I'm hoping for Arkham Horror. Let me know down in the comments below. And make sure you follow me on social media to keep up with all the other crazy things I'm into. But follow me on social media. Make sure you subscribe to the Boards and Swords podcast. And subscribe to this channel for more great, awesome RPG features. In the meantime, thanks for watching. And until next time, may all your hits be crits. But in the world, this is a cyberpunk, futurish sort of world.